Hey, what's up, y'all? So today I wanted to go through yet another tone dive with the new GOC Illumina Headless Bass prototype because I have the next prototype coming to me very soon, and I figured now is as good a time as ever to put in some more work and show you guys a tone that I built inside of the STL Tones AmpHub that I'm actually really proud of. But before we get into what that looks like inside of the plugin, let's go ahead and take a listen. For once, I'm going to actually let you hear it before I show you it. Alright, I swear that I'm going to find something that sounds good on bass for me to play. I don't really know what to play when I'm playing the bass on here because I'm usually just recording bass to a song that I wrote. But that's what it sounds like, and to me that is a perfect metal and metalcore bass tone. And obviously if you follow my channel at all, you know that's primarily what I do. So now that we've got that out of the way, I've got AmpHub open up here in Logic. And let's go ahead and start out with the amp itself. We're using the amp here, so an Ampeg amp. The volume's about where it was at as far as the default settings go. I brought up the treble a little bit, brought down the mids, and left the bass exactly where it was at, and we're still on channel 1 here, so we're not using channel 2. I do have the ultra high set to the left, and then this middle switch is set to the far left instead of the middle or the right, and then this right switch is set right in the middle as well. So those are very basic settings. I did leave these 3 switches alone. They were already like that as far as the default setting on the Ampere amp goes. Now when we get over to the stomp boxes is where things get a little bit different. So I did use the guitar compressor. I've got the volume at about 10 dB, threshold at -17, and then the ratio at 4:1. And then I did add the dark glass pedal in here as well. The blend is all the way up. Attack is set right in the middle. It is set to the grunt setting. Level is about 5.3 and drive is about 7.2. So both of those are on as it is. Cabinet wise, I chose the 4x10B, which is the Gallien-Kruger if I'm not mistaken, and then the 6x10B Ampere VT with a dynamic 906, and then that's a dynamic 112 that's on the other cabinet. And I do have that kind of swayed in favor of the Gallien-Kruger. It's just what sounded good to me, to be honest with you. I didn't go with one of the bass presets that are in AmpHub because this bass doesn't exist yet out in the world, and I wanted to kind of craft the tone around this. Lastly, I do have some effects going on here. So I have some very mild EQ happening after everything, and so we're looking at just slight bumps. I didn't really take anything away. So we've got a bump, 0.4 dB here, 0.7 dB here, a decent amount in the 125 hertz here, 1.6, nothing at 250. I just didn't really like the sound of it. Now, instead of taking away 500, I actually added a little bit to it. 1K we added, 2K we added, 4K we added a little bit as well, 8K, and then 16K I added quite a bit. I like that brighter like clank that it gives to the distortion because of that. And I do have a compressor here in the effects chain as well. So threshold is at 9.6, attack is down at 1 millisecond, release is just a little bit above that, 101. Ratio set to 3:1, and then the makeup gain at 5.1. For all of you bass players out there, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to compressing bass as far as like pedals go. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong that I should try different in the next one. And I do have the parametric equalizer going on here as well, but all it is doing is a high and low pass. None of the other parameters have been changed at all. And that's it. I did bring the output down because it was clipping the signal and I wanted to make sure I wasn't clipping the signal anymore. And then I do have the gate cranked to about 56, and that's because I have LED lights that are all around me that are playing hell with the pickups because I do have it favoring more of a single coil sound on here, and it was causing quite a bit of buzz. So that's it, all within one plugin using the GOC prototype bass. And what's cool about this is this bass is about to change entirely. The next prototype is going to be on its way to me within a couple of weeks with different pickup spacing and everything. I'm really stoked to see it and hear it and get to make new tones with it. So I'm going to save this tone and we're going to compare it back and forth once I get the new prototype bass in my hands. And yeah, that's making me pretty damn excited. So I hope you all like that bass tone. I know you can't try it out for yourself just yet, but these basses are going to launch this year. And I'm beyond stoked to get these out into the world. So I hope that this helps to kind of give you a little bit of demand for it. Hopefully this makes you want this bass a little bit more, because if I were hearing this for the first time, which by the way, you'll notice I'm wearing headphones. I'm doing that on purpose because my speakers don't reproduce bass very well. And so I put on headphones. I very highly suggest that you do the same if you want to really hear what that sounded like in the beginning. But if there's something you'd like to hear me try and play on this bass, and I say try because I'm not a great bass player, but if you'd like to hear me try something on it, leave it down in the comments, let me know, and I'll make sure to get to that, and I'll learn it. Honestly, there's probably nothing that I can't learn. I'm not going to be coming out here like Jacob Umansky or anything like that, though, so please don't expect that from me. But until the next time, peace and love. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.